JamesKingston202 from Instagram. That's the title of this video. The swattings are real. It's February 6, 2023. I'm your handsome host, Wayne Lambright. So, James, I recognize you. You've been trolling me for years. So I got a little bit triggered by what you said, but let me just say that I've shown evidence of the swattings and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, it'd be like if your wife got raped and I said, I doubt she got raped. If you don't empathize for somebody who's in a tremendous amount of pain, that really just makes you, at a minimum, insensitive, and at a maximum, a giant asshole. And through the years, you've been sarcastic, condescending, and you've been a giant asshole to me so many times. I put you on my list of suspects with the FBI. You bop in and out. You obscure your identity. You run a family donut shop in Oregon. And, what the hell are you afraid of being my friend? Why are you playing cat and mouse with your identity? I think it's because you're embarrassed about something. You're hiding something. I don't know what it is. But to say you don't believe I've been swatted or people don't believe it, you're not speaking for other people. You're actually speaking for yourself. So what you're saying is you don't believe I've been swatted 30 times. So here's my quick math. It's been 30 times I've been swatted. Might have forgot one or two. They've been to my home 21 times in sheriff patrol cars, highway patrol, and marshal. And then they've pointed guns at me 11 times. They swatted my ex-girlfriend, from what I know, 3 times. Could be more by now. My mother 5 times. My brother 4 to 6 times. My best friend 6 times. And my other friend in San Francisco 1 time. They've called in numerous bomb threats to places like South Dakota College or the New York City Gay and Lesbian Recreation Center. They've called in bomb threats to the local Tractor Supply, to John F. Kennedy Hospital, to some local school a few times. This is real shit. And for you to be dismissive and condescending on your comments, just a giant seek help. Really, just seek help. I think I've maintained a really good, professional, positive attitude through a basically attempted murder. Every time the sheriff is here, if I didn't act the right way, I could end up dead. If I came out with attitude or I had accidentally had something in my hands, I could have ended up shot dead. I'm very grateful for their business professionalism, the Riverside Sheriff's Department, Blythe office. I'm very grateful for all that. And I wish they would extend the courtesy to tell me what they've discovered in the last 1 year. I wish they'd do that, but they haven't yet. But the door is always open. I'm just working so hard to get my life in order. I fucking feel like crying sometimes, It's fucking difficult, okay? I've been shit on and I've been abused by so many people that say they love me. It's ridiculous. And I do my very best to put on a smile and have a positive attitude through this extreme adversity. Maybe you saw Marjorie Taylor Greene. She even did a television interview about how scary it was being swatted 1 time. How about the sheriff at your house 21 times? Come out with your hands up, Wayne. It's the sheriff's office. That's a scary situation if you're totally dead sleeping. And also, to not know what the fuck is happening. Like, there's been no communication from them to me, which makes me think they think I'm a suspect. which is even more hurtful because I'm not a fucking suspect. We got Anthony that came down here from the Bay Area, said he was going to, they said we're going to send somebody down tomorrow to kill you. And Anthony shows up and he's got a gun in his car. You know, so it's fucking stressful. He said he's going to go shoot up a synagogue. They're like, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, Wayne. Did you see the gun? No, I didn't see the gun, but he's like, hold on a sec, I'll show you my gun. Let me get unstuck. And he was drinking beers in the car, and he fucked up his car. He drove down from San Francisco to Riverside County. That's like an 8-hour drive. He crashed into 2 people. He escaped a mental institution. He evaded the police. His bumper was missing. And instead of his tires being straight, one was cockeyed. And he had little cotton balls because they had drawn blood, and he had a hospital thing. Like, how much more suspicious? Like, if it was your son or daughter and that shit had happened, you would do something, Riverside Sheriff's Department. But no, not for Wayne, because he's running for president. We think he's crackers. It's heartbreaking. I can handle this. I've been through things a million times worse, okay? It's just heartbreaking for me. The ex-girlfriend, she wouldn't talk to the police. That's super fucking suspicious. Super suspicious. She begged me to tell the police the truth. I'm like, I've been telling them nothing but the truth. But she wouldn't talk to the police, and now she won't talk to me. That's really suspicious. I loaned her $5,000. She pays me back. Now she's got a couple $1 million. I asked to borrow $5,000. She told me to go fuck myself. That's really suspicious. Somebody who supposedly loves me for 12 years is now my biggest enemy? That's really suspicious. I guess I would be a little bit happier. You know, my mom's health is failing. Like, I don't even have money to go visit her. It costs like $80 in fuel just to go to her house. And my fucking new phone. I was taking videos of the construction, and I moved a beam, and the phone fell face glass side down and just shattered the whole face. Just, you can't even, like, it's not safe to go like this on it because you get finger cuts. So I've got to get a new piece of glass. And I mean, luckily it's still working, but I've only had it 3 months. I mean, it's just, I don't need any more bumps in my road. And what's his name? JamesKingston202. A lot of people don't believe you're being swatted. Speak for yourself, motherfucker. Speak for yourself. I've been showing video and photographs of the sheriff leaving my home. I don't think it's respectable to take pictures of their face, you know, because what are you going to do, Wayne? Shame us on social media? That's how they take it, right? So I don't want to create animosity with the people I'm trying to get help from. Don't you get it? Like, the last thing I ever wanted in my life ever is to have any kind of long-term relationship with my local sheriff for any reason. Like, no contact's better. No speeding tickets. No, didn't have your blinker on. You know, I mean, maybe if I met them at church or at the local Mason Lodge or something, fine. But in general, they got a busy job. They got a hard job. And, you know, and I don't know. I didn't go to law school. I'm fearful. I see all these innocent people getting shot, but 90% of the time they're like, they got attitude. Okay, so luckily I don't have attitude, but it's not a guarantee. It's just not a guarantee, especially at nighttime. Oh, we really couldn't see it. Didn't mean to kill you. You know, fucking it's like, it's just a really tense situation for me. It's it's giving me gray hair. It's causing me stress. I sleep with the light on. I don't sleep well at night anymore. And that's totally affecting my productivity. Like sleeping with one eye open. I'm always worried now. James Kingston, if you wanted to be my friend, you wouldn't obscure your identity. But since you obscure your identity, you've been snarky and sarcastic through all these years. It just makes me think you're somehow involved, or you're just an insecure troll. Putting a spoke in putting a stick in the spokes of a guy just trying to run for president. Laugh at me from afar, but don't try to fuck with me. Don't try to hurt me. All right? Don't. Maybe someday you'll have the fucking courage to run for politics and stand up for what you fucking believe in. Maybe someday you'll have that courage. And you won't be hiding behind an alias or your donut shop or your snarky comments, that you'll be exposed to the world and you'll suffer the same consequences as me. You'll be taking motherfucking adult risks instead of throwing a stick through my spokes remotely from fucking Instagram. Fuck you. Childish shit needs to stop. And I hope the Riverside County Sheriff's Department finds who the fuck it is and throws the book at them. Like literally. Fucking just arrest these fuckers. Find out who they are. I gave you all kinds of evidence. The guy was at my home on January 5th filming, most likely with a smartphone, because he's just not that smart. I'm thinking about selling my property and just moving to some other place. The desert's beautiful, but it attracts the fucking drug addicts and crazy people, because since they're so far away from people, they can try to get away with bad behavior. And then, like in my case, the sheriff could easily say, Wayne, we're working on it. So sorry, nothing's happened, but we're trying our best. They could say that, but they're not, because they're used to dealing with drug addicts and derelicts. And, so I'm being stereotyped, it feels like, from the sheriff. Well, friends, that's really all I wanted to say. It's I got my shed roof up. I got the joists up. The joists are the rafters, and there's a lot of work cutting the lumber, making sure all the measurements are right. I had to put up it's really a 2-person job, and I had to do it by myself, and I had to build a lot of supporting structure to hold it in place while I was doing it. And I'm getting it done. My thumb hurts. I'm just stressed. All right. Talk to you later.